on.
Hey everybody, this is Corey Salt, the True Floyd, and welcome to the Geek Report. It seems like another MCU retiree is getting back in the saddle. It looks like Snoop is doing a French film, and the gaming awards were just last night, and there was some wild announcements. What are we going to be talking about? That right here on the Geek Report. Hey everybody, this is the Geek Report powered by Amerime Media. Of course, I'm Corey Salt, the True Floyd, and right with me, right next to me, the man, the number two, Commander Riker, even though he doesn't watch Star Trek, Demon Engine.
That the fuck all. What's up, everybody? Demon here. Your boy is back, returned from the grave. Hopefully, limbo is nice in time of year.
Heard that, Limbo. Right down here, we have Queen Neek.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Queen Nick back again. Y'all already know what it is. Hopefully, y'all treating each other well out there.
And our special panelist back again, the Husky Hokage. Take it away.
What it do, gaming family? What's going on with you guys? Hope you all are having an amazing day and everything is going your way. Happy to be back once again with the folks on here on Amerime Media.
Mhm. Husky, it's good to see you. We were chatting a little bit post the gaming awards last night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's an eventful night. I enjoyed the awards overall. I know everybody has their complaints about stuff that Jeff Keighley does, but overall, man, the awards was good. The announcements were good. I know some folks are upset about the game of the year, but I mean, it is what it is. So
Listen, I can't be mad at Astrobot. They were just like, listen, y'all know a game we took a lot from here. Let's just enjoy the
yeah,
Easter eggs, smile and wave, and move on.
there you go. There you go.
But
And this, oh, go ahead.
no, what else? Going to tell everyone else. We're going to get into more stuff about the gaming awards. But of course, we were gone last week. We're at PAX. We were at PAX Unplugged. We're gonna have some great footage for you that'll be coming out over the next few days. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon so you can be alerted on anything and everything new. But we're back for the Geek Report. It's another week. A lot of news. We're going to talk about some of it. Have a good time. Hopefully, you're going to be sticking around for this because it's going to be a wild ride. Demon, whenever you're ready. All right. So, Timothée Chalamet looking like he just opened up a Johnny Depp kit because he just look. I don't know. He looks like all he's missing is the hat. But apparently, he was at a red carpet premiere and he was holding a Beyblade. Like, and I just thought that was really interesting because I was just like, so who else would? I was like, was he? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. People with their Beyblades, they do keep that thing on them.
Aren't Beyblades though? Isn't that still like a sport in
Yeah.
certain regions and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
So is it possible that somebody, all right, and this is not me trying to come for him in any way, but what if that was just promo?
I don't know because he's actually a really nerdy kid. Before he made his big break in acting, he was painting Xbox controllers and selling them.
Hmm,
Oh, wow. I did not know
So
that.
So,
me
so,
neither.
so think about it. Somebody got a controller from him, and now it's worth so much more just cause.
In
Yeah,
fact,
that's why
facts.
you're supposed to support people on the way up.
That's facts again. But
Mm-mm.
I think that's pretty dope. The fact and like Queen Nick just mentioned, they are like Beyblade, it's like a sport. Like I've been to a couple of cons, and people have been playing Beyblade. Like they've been playing it at cons. I've been to several of them and seen. I've sat and watched a few times. Man, it's always I find it entertaining. I never got into it. My kids kind of got my oldest played it, but I never really got into it. But I
Are you
mean, you see it
serious?
out there. Yeah,
Hmm.
it can. I'm
You
I'm
can
a
get real.
Pokemon guy. but it can get real in them Beyblade streets from what I heard. So
Yep.
Look, he might listen. He's like, listen, I play. He's like, I play tough on television, but when it comes to Beyblade, I'm an animal.
there you go. There it is.
Let's go to the next one. All right, so Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League has been slogging on way longer than it should be. Like, they just announced a new character. It's Deathstroke. No one cares. I swear it's like maybe 75 people playing right now.
Actually, hold on. Who cares?
But
Look it up.
while he's looking it up, well, Rocksteady has announced that the game is going to be laid out to pasture in January. This game was dead. This game was dead on arrival when they first showed gameplay.
Yeah, I agree.
Why is that? For those who don't have context like you two?
Because it's a very generic bare bones looter shooter. That and it's hot, so repetitive to a point, and also just a weird place for Rocksteady to go after having amazing hits with the Arkham trilogy, to then turn around and do this. It's flabbergasting.
No, they were trying something. Like, come on now. Let's take this into the world of science for a second. You're a scientist. You experiment.
Mm-hmm.
You had some successful experiments, and you're gonna have some failures. But failures teaches you exactly 100% what doesn't fucking work. So
you know what,
Nico?
I hear you, but I raise you this. Before this game came out, about 6 to 8 months beforehand, they put out another game styled the exact same way called Gotham Knights.
Oh,
it just wasn't a shooter.
Okay, fair.
It just wasn't a shooter, and
it just wasn't a shooter. That's the only that's really the only big difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
With more context, the picture becomes clearer.
This is the
741 people playing right now.
Wow. I'm sorry, I was off.
24-hour peak is 853. Less than 1,000 motherfuckers is playing this.
Hey, at least it's still getting. It's some. I'm pretty sure somebody that is lower than it.
Most of them are playing the first Descendant. That's why. Like, my God.
Yeah, but at least the first Descendant did have a $70 cash.
No,
price
it was free. It was free to play. So there's that also. Like, and for a lot of people, especially playing lure shooters, I would imagine it just better be free to play if you're going to nickel and dime me for cosmetics.
Yeah, and that was the thing. That's another reason. Yeah, this was completely on the investors or the shareholders at Rocksteady. And once again, if you wanted to make this game, like Queen Nick just said, you could have minimized the budget, brought it down, made a free-to-play looter shooter, and you probably would have had more traction that way. And then you could have took some of that money that you saved from bringing this down, bringing the production value on this down a little bit, and the money you made from the free looter shooter, and put that towards what people wanted. Another game in the Arkham series, maybe even not Batman. If you want to go Batman, give us like I said it before, a Batman Beyond game. People have been clamoring for a Batman Beyond game. You could have did something else, but this wasn't it.
You know what they could have did? Well, they could have did any other game in the Arkham universe. Because think about it. After we had a line of Batman movies, Black Bat games that were solely focused on him and his rogues. Mm-hmm. And your first expansion into the rest of the universe is killing the Justice League.
Yeah, that kind of kills a lot of things.
Story-wise, there was no
story-wise.
there was no investment in any of these characters. I could
None.
care less.
None.
Well, I care about the shark when you got
I think the biggest reason, or at least the biggest business decision, and here's the thing, you got to look at the finance guys, also the financial department, because more than likely they told them they probably shouldn't actually make it free to play, because those are all licensed characters. Is Rocksteady under Warner Brothers at all? Like,
Yeah.
No.
who owns DC?
Is it Rockstar? Well,
Is
they're
it Warner
in.
Brothers?
DC is owned by Warner Brothers. Rocksteady is not owned by them.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, that's a fee. That's a big ass fee, right there. That licensing fee, and then paying actors who have either already voiced these characters it's a lot of things that go into that, and
After seeing
I'm not disagreeing with you. Is all I'm saying.
After seeing Gotham Knights and figuring out that our game was going to be the same shit, I would have scorched earth.
So let me just say that because I just looked it up. Rocksteady is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers Games.
Subsidiary?
So, yeah.
Okay, so that they may still have given them a fee, but more than likely it would have been some type of like discounted kind of like licensing fee, possibly, and/or they could have just went to Warner Brothers and got permission for free. That is also possible. So from the business aspect, I don't understand why that's $70, because they felt like everybody was going to pay $70. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, that's the new that is the new price tag on a game.
When they showed this game at the State of Play in like a year ago, before it came, because it came, I think a year before it came out, they showed it at a State of Play, and the reception at that State of Play was horrible.
Yeah,
horrible. People in like it was so horrible they pushed it back, and they still came out with this. And I like, once again, I'm not trying to downplay the developers. I understand they have a hard job and everything. I just wish those people, those shareholders, I wish they weren't so money focused and would have listened more so to the people that buy these games, to the fans that play these games.
Yeah, the fans are actually going to spend money, because that's the biggest thing.
Everybody
just
start taking a page out of Marvel Rivals book.
No, well, that's a little different. But that's very different.
That's enjoyable.
It's
willing to tap into people's pockets, because motherfuckers is paying $16 for these fucking bundles. But I'm not.
There you go.
And these fucking skins.
Yeah.
The moment I get some, I'm throwing that shit right in there.
Let's go to the next one, Demon.
I said, Demon is correct. Demon is correct.
Speaking of things that are going to the upper room. After so far things are not looking great for Kraven the Hunter. Even IGN gave it a rating of a 3 out of 10.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's bad. When IGN is also talking about you bad, because they're pay to play type people.
And so apparently the rumor mill is saying that Sony is they're hitting the done button on this Spider-Man-less universe. And I, for one, am so thankful. This was a drag.
I mean, when they first came out with Venom, I wasn't like, that was amazing. I liked it. The very first Venom. Because that was what, 2015?
The franchise, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah,
even with the other two movies not being as good, it's still Venom.
A PG-13 Venom.
I'll take. Let me say this.
Venom. This was.
I'll take
funnier and scary.
Yeah, I'll take that Venom over the Venom we got in Spider-Man 3.
Topher Grace. That's a low bar.
Listen, that's what we have. I can't compare it to the cartoon.
Bonded to Peter, even though he was never bonded to Peter. It's like this one's actually bonded to Peter and got a bit of a sense of humor pulled out of it.
That's what I love.
This one's funny.
I love that it's like a buddy, almost like a buddy cop type of thing, you know. But I give them that. Like I say, it had its moments. It wasn't the best, but it's better than what we have. Like I said, it is a low bar. It's a very low bar, but it's still kind of better than what we had.
The fact that Venom is the strongest movie on the screen is sad.
That is sad.
Morbius was almost the comic book equivalent to The Room. And to this day, if it wasn't for House of the Dragon, I think Matt Smith's career would have been done in the U.S.
Oh,
because
I'm sorry, who does Matt Smith play on House of the Dragon?
What's his name? He married his niece. I can't think his name, but
Damon.
Yeah,
he's Damon. That's Matt Smith.
Oh God. And he was a Morbius?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the villain.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. Matt Smith's movie decisions have not been great. But
no, they haven't.
But to move on, then you had Madam Web, which came out this year.
It was last year. It was December.
That was
last year. I remember because we had that conversation about it because you were having a really shitty day and then you went to go see that and it just made it worse.
Yeah,
I remember that conversation because I was like, why ain't we gonna give it a chance? Give it a chance, Corey. Remember that? And then and then that bitch came on Netflix and I watched it. I was pissed.
No, you know what? I take that back. Corey. You were right.
It came out this year.
It came out February 14th of this year. Wow.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was this year.
It hit Netflix by May.
Yeah. Because I remember, I distinctly remember why I hated everything about that day now. And then on top of that, then you had Kraven the Hunter, which
came out.
Which the first trailer looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. After that, things were getting shakier and shakier.
They probably didn't use the same marketing team.
Well, no, they kept showing more of the movie, and it was like, yeah, this doesn't look good. And the second I saw the Rhino, I was like, and I'm out.
Yep. It was so funny. I think the director or producer, he was like, man, if y'all go see this and make this a hit, I'll try to make sure we get Kraven's Last Hunt in one of the Spider-Man movies. I'm like, really, bro? Really?
And mind you, our last Geek Report, one of the pieces we talked about was the director of the movie, like, come on, guys, give it a chance. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
The one thing that pissed me off about Madam Web was the fact that they really had Homegirl, the main character, walking around in interviews saying that Madam Web had no backstory. Like, that was crazy. And it was crazy. It was even crazier as one of the producers of the movie said the same thing. And I'm like, oh, that was a script they gave her. I can't even be mad at her. She never did any goddamn research whatsoever. That's so unfortunate because they told her there was no backstory, so she was like, "Oh, okay." She didn't try to Google or nothing. She fired her whole team after that.
Listen, I was gonna say just real quick, two things. You're in a when they gave you the script, despite what they said this is based off. I'm pretty sure she found out this was based off a comic early on.
Well, they told her they told her it was I think like how they got her to agree to do the movie in the first place was that they were trying to make it sound like it was a Spider-Man movie.
Got him.
So that right there. But the thing, so if they told her that, so that lets you know that this was based off a character from Spider-Man. So there should be some lore or backstory to her. You should have as an actor or actress. I'm sorry. She should have been like, you know what, or somebody on her team should have been like, you know what. Let's do some research on this.
That's why she fired her whole team because she was like, "Oh, all y'all set me up."
And I knew I didn't want to see this movie when I found out it was the name of it was Madam Web. Like there is no reason whatsoever there should have been a Madam Web movie before we got Peter into college, or more in depth before we got grown Peter. The Peter we've had so far with what's his can't think of his name.
Holland.
With Tom Holland has been young Peter. Yep. We now, after the Spider-Man 3, now we going into the grown Peter era, or whatever, where he's older, he's an adult. That's when you should have been sprinkling it. And it should have been a Madam Web movie without her appearing in his movie first. Like, they went about this completely wrong. Sony has been shooting themselves in the foot for years. Ever since Spider-Man 3, they have been just going down and down. The only good thing about Sony is the PlayStation, and that's
Hey,
and the only reason they keep. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just remember that Sony, mind you, it's a conglomerate, so they got different departments. Their video game department, as far as like development, as far as video games, is one. Like a lot of these sections are failing in a lot of different ways, spectacularly.
Oh, I know.
Spectacularly. I know. You remember Mike owned 50% of Sony Music.
Yeah.
Sony makes majority of its money through its goddamn TVs.
Yeah.
And cameras. And probably the cameras.
And their TVs and cameras, and could care less sometimes about if another section is fucking up. If they fucking
correct.
Up or not.
And I think the only reason they're coming out, they keep coming out with movies.
Too much money.
The only reason they're coming out with movies is to hold on to the Spider-Man property. That's really the only reason they keep coming out with these movies, because they know, like, if they don't do anything with their property after so long, it's gonna revert back to Marvel.
Yep.
That's why they keep putting out these.
Why don't they just let it go, or sell it back to them, like.
And that's the thing. And the only reason they started working with Marvel for the Spider-Man movies is bullying. The fans was like, hey, that's the only time I think they've actually listened to fans or people like say, hey, let's if we're gonna do another Spider-Man movie, we seen what happened with the first two. And granted, I love Andrew Garfield, but we seen what happened with the first two.
Nah, that wasn't. I still haven't seen that one.
First one Andrew was Garfield okay. To me was second one.
Yeah, the second one was but Andrew Garfield to me was still the best Spider-Man, the person in the suit.
I fell asleep on that movie twice. I tried to watch it. I fell asleep twice. So to me, it wasn't all of that entertaining. It was so much.
I say he's the worst one.
I don't think he's the worst one. I ain't gonna say I don't know who was the worst one for me, but I like his quips. Like one of my favorite lines in the first one is when the guy poured a knife on him, and his whole thing was,
"Oh my god!
Oh no, a knife!" Like his quips was like really, really good.
His quips couldn't say
I was always weirded out by Tobey Maguire, because I was just like, you're trying to convince me he's a high schooler, but no, he looks like he should be buying me and my friends beer.
First of all, weren't you like 25 when that movie came out?
No, I was not 20. I was not 25 in 2002.
I grew up with Tobey Maguire, okay? The best Spider-Man.
He always looks like, I'm like, bro, you're young, but you're not high school young.
Listen, they had a bunch of 30-year-olds playing high school students. Come on now.
True. But with him, it was just like
Saved by the Bell in the 90s and the 80s. Like, come on.
Oh no, those were actual teens. They're
no way. Ain't no way Screech was a teen.
Yeah.
That was like a grown man.
No, Nico. Yeah, they're all around my age. So
so they're like 50. Got it.
Wow. What?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm talking
Shots
shit.
fired.
I'm talking shit.
Shots fired.
I'm talking shit.
Plowing ahead.
Dispatch. Shots fired. Dispatch. Shots fired.
Chris Evans is returning to the MCU, and I mean, I don't mind it per se, but I'm not
What?
concerned.
What's wrong? Why? What's wrong? What's
As
wrong with Chris
who is
Evans?
he coming back into the MCU as? That's my
I
question.
do believe he will. I believe he will be old Cap. At least I
Okay.
hope that's what he's going to be.
I'm asking because we have a new Captain America, and I'm
Right.
a
We
firm believer.
apparently
Hey,
If he's
we have
coming
a
back,
Doctor Doom.
I want him to be the Captain American version of fucking Aunt May. Too old to
Really?
be shit, but he can be here for.
that's why I say I'll take old Cap. If you give me, you can get he's coming back as old Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't let's not throw folks off and make him. Oh well, now unless you want to put him, unless you want to pull the whole multiverse thing. He's a Cap from a different universe, but if we go do it like,
what if they made him Whistler?
No.
No,
No.
why not? You don't think you
No.
can do it?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, technically he's been Captain. He's
Whistler.
been Johnny Storm.
Whistler's one of those characters that's like, I'm old, but I got that dog in me. And Chris Evans is too nice.
Have you seen this motherfucker in Snowpiercer?
I'm specifically
Man, listen,
talking about
I love
his
Snowpiercer.
character as Captain America.
I'm just saying.
I loved him in
Like,
Snowpiercer.
Chris
I loved him in
Evans in
Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer is nothing but Captain America who kills people. Okay? That's when
Yeah.
Cap is fed up and he's had enough of the heroic brutalities. He's gonna start killing niggas.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
MCU Captain America, he's too nice.
That's the thing. That if they're bringing him once again, if they're gonna make him be Cap from a different timeline or a different multiverse,
Yeah, that would be
you
interesting.
could easily flip the story where Peggy, like he watched Peggy's death and it just turned him, screwed his brain up or whatever, or gave him a bad streak, and now he's like he all about killing folks. Like it is what it is. To stop you, I gotta kill you. Ain't no locking you up. Ain't none of that. Ain't no talking. I'm gonna bash your head in with my shield.
He's the Punisher. They make him.
There you go.
They do
There
the
you
Captain
go.
Punisher. That's actually not a bad idea.
Give him a gun.
I like that.
Give him a gun. Let him have his shield and let him wreck shop. Let him go.
I mean,
and you know what? I always thought that was interesting because, like, Captain America and Bucky both have like some of the best eyesight. They could just be snipers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just the wildness. Let's go to the next.
Yeah.
All right. So Snoop is going to star in Luc Besson's next film called The Last Man. For folks who don't know, Besson is most infamously known for Leon the Professional and The Fifth Element.
two of my favorite movies.
I love
and one of his biggest failures was in 2017 with Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
That was a great movie. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, okay?
That was dog
movie
shit.
was great. You're a hater. You're a fucking hater and you don't like shit anyway. Fuck you, Corey. That was a great movie.
I like Luke. Here's the funny thing. I'm a Luc Besson fanatic. That movie was not good.
It was okay. I'm gonna say that
motherfucker, you ain't satisfied with nothing, okay? I want to see you come out with a film. Judging and shit.
The casting,
A Thousand Planets was amazing.
No, it looks amazing. The visuals are there.
That is a hater. I said what I said.
I'll say this.
The casting was completely wrong. Your main characters look like they're supposed to be in a teen romp and not be special agents. Somehow you made Rihanna a character that shouldn't be able to die, yet they died with the greatest of ease.
She got shot. What do you mean? How many
she didn't get shot. That's the crazy part. She fell and got cut.
Okay, I see your point.
I thought the movie
I
was
see your
okay.
point on that.
It wasn't.
But either way,
It
I
wasn't
love
the
the movie.
best. Yeah, it wasn't the best. I went to see it because it gave me remnants of Fifth Element, but
It's supposed to take place in the same universe.
And the thing of it is, The Fifth Element wasn't a great movie, but I fucking love that movie.
There's flaws with the Fifth Element, but there's not enough to where it's like, what? Here you're just Fifth Element. You just look at something, you just like, all right, that's stupid. Okay.
Listen, because Fifth Element was one of those movies that if I still had cable, but if I'm passing by flipping through channels and the Fifth Element's on, I'm probably gonna stop and watch that movie.
Right.
Like,
right.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
A classic. That's a
It
classic
is.
now.
It is. So and with Valerian, I once again I see what they were trying to do, but like to Corey's point, what he said about the characters, the two leads, they should have been in a teen rom-com or something like that. Like I agree with him on that. I wish they would have got somebody a little bit different.
Like agencies don't hire niggas straight out of high school and shit.
Okay,
I'm not saying they don't. Let
me be clear. Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne playing Valerian and Larisha. These people were supposed to be top of the top 40-year-old special agents. The fact that you have these weird
nigga, they got spaceships. What do you mean? Like,
I know the actual
spaceships in this movie. Like,
I actually know the lore behind Valerian, so that's where I'm speaking from. Because so I'm like these two characters should not look like teen heartthrobs. They're supposed to be pros, but they look like rookies. It don't add up to me. And then you got really great actors like Ethan Hawke, Clive Owen, and Sasha Luce playing these weird one-shot supported characters. It's too nah. I wasn't feeling it, and apparently a lot of other people wasn't feeling it.
Y'all niggas are haters. That's all.
Because it's literally Europa's biggest bomb at $400 million.
On to the next one. Let's go.
Okay.
Get stuck here.
Clayface movie's been greenlit under DC Studios. Horror powerhouse Mike Flanagan, behind The Haunting of Bly House and so many others, he's going to be directing. And from what I understand, Alan Tudyk will still be playing Clayface. Alan Tudyk, of course, has been the voice of Clayface in the Harley Quinn show. He will also be in Creature Commandos, and he's also voiced the Joker in the Harley Quinn show. And of course, he is known for a lot of his comedic chops, but as records show, whenever someone who's known for their comedy goes off to do something a little bit more serious, you get their best work.
I agree.
Yeah, because they really want to show take me fucking serious.
Yeah, I like that. And one of my key things is from that is like Jim Carrey, like you know, from a comedic actor to some of his stuff, like Number 23, some of his other stuff, man, kills it. But
I see your Jim Carrey. I raise you Robin Williams.
There you go. That's another one.
Because his serious roles, you're just like, oh.
Yeah. I throw another one in there. His movies don't always hit, but you look at Jamie Foxx, what he did in Ray. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I agree, but I like Alan Tudyk. He plays. He has his Alien show he had on Sci-Fi. Resident Alien. Like I like him. I'm looking forward to this. I got to check the director out. Mike, you said what did he direct?
Mike Flanagan.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when it comes watch The Haunting of Hill House.
All right, I'm gonna pull them up and check them out because I'm trying to see if I've seen anything.
You probably have, but if you haven't, trust me, you'll shed a few pounds and jump scares.
Okay, yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. I see he did Ouija, Oculus. Okay, all right, yeah. I've seen some of his stuff. Oh, he did Hush. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen a few, a lot of his things. So yeah, okay.
yeah. He's got it down. So, and this definitely would be a nice a nice addition to DC to show because a lot of villains have some very horrifying backstories.
I agree. I just don't try to humanize them. That's what that. So my biggest thing when you make a villain or you're doing a movie about a villain, don't try to humanize him for me to make him more relatable to me. I don't need that. I already love him as he is. I know his backstory. I know what he's done. I know how he became how he was. Don't try to hit me in the soft spot or in the feels to make me be like, oh, I understand why he's. Listen, you ain't got to do all that, man. Just make a good movie about the backstory, what happened to him if you want to do that. But don't try to humanize this man and make me, oh, let's hit him in the fields and make them feel certain way. I don't need that. I don't need that.
So you enjoyed Agatha and Penguin when the villain was just a villain?
But I haven't seen Agatha or Penguin just yet. I got to watch those. But I'm off. If you're a villain, that's the whole point. Like it's what's the saying? It's like one bad day can turn you into. That's all you need. I don't need a full story. Like you could just be having a bad day and it just went all the way left, and you from now on you just on that path. I'm okay with that.
Villain origin story, just
there you go.
Immediately.
There you go. I don't need a full. This happened to me when I was little. I came back and was okay. This happened to me when I was a teenager. My mom did this. My dad did that. They dropped me and left me here. I don't need all that.
Okay, so all right. To come and get it from like a more like I guess thinking perspective, because this is also entertainment. No person is like that. Everybody like and that's the thing, and that's the message they're trying to put out there, not just for the adult audience but for the child audience, because a lot of us grew up thinking that justice and people, it was very black and white for us, and as we have grown of course into our adulthoods, we see that shit is not just black and white, it's very fucking gray. Absolutely. You get what I'm saying? And duality is a real thing for some. Yes. Now, you might not be wrong as far as like, no, some motherfuckers are just evil. Jeffrey Dahmer, prime example.
Yeah.
That nigga was just evil. Like, I there's nothing in his background, even from his parents, interviews people have done with this man, who can say that this was the thing, this was the psychotic break that he had. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, be fair, I guess. But like some people are just like, no, I want a villain's villain. I guess I don't know.
And once again, I'm not saying you can't give me a good story or as a reason as to why, but I don't need a full draw. Like I don't need a sob story as to make me kind of once again to make it more relatable. Mojo Jojo, Powerpuff villain, Powerpuff Girl villain.
But Jojo was as you grow and realize Mojo Jojo is actually the victim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mojo's getting his ass on a daily basis.
Anytime Mojo moved, and to find out the Mojo was the doctors or the dads, like before the, you know what I'm saying? Like that was cool. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But like once again, I don't need all villains are not like that. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm okay with that for some folks. I don't need that for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Which ones will you say, like, all right, this a motherfucker that's just evil. Let's just keep it there.
When somebody I love, like I just like I'll probably go with the Joker. I have to like I love the Joker. It ain't gonna say he's just true, like flat out evil. Is this his brain, how his brain works, and how he's just addicted to causing chaos or being chaotic. Like
that nigga is a monster, and by extension, so is Batman.
Hey, I'm not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Demon. you're not wrong.
Listen,
Let's truck forward.
listen, in the Harley Quinn show, when they took Joker and made him run for mayor legitimately and won.
That's crazy. Remind you of something?
Listen, Queen Nick, we was in the. we were going to the sand. I was just about to say something.
But
Remind
Neek,
you of something?
here's the crazy part. Joker is actually a good mayor.
Oh God, that's worse.
Wow.
and he did and Jessica. And spoiler alert: if you're not up to date on the Harley Quinn show,
You're bad.
Joker did a sting operation and got Bruce Wayne arrested for tax evasion and money laundering.
I love it.
Now that's
I
great.
love it.
That's the great. Yes, make the
I
billionaires
love
pay
it.
their fair share. Damn right.
So basically, he's playing the long game. He's playing the long game. That's what it was.
And that's the crazy thing. He was just trying to put a stop to white collar crime and caught Bruce Wayne.
That's hilarious.
So he didn't know he was Batman. So he thought he was just arresting Bruce Wayne.
Now, here we go. At the Game Awards, Elden Ring Night Rain was announced, a spin-off co-op game. So when you're suffering, you get to suffer with a friend. Demon, you love torturing yourself with Elden Ring. So who are you going to drag along with you?
Sure fuck ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, you gonna be on your own on that one.
Yep.
Have found a new path to enlightenment, and I am
Oh,
far above this masochistic behavior.
I call cap and bullshit.
Yeah,
So
soon as someone
you're not
pays
gonna
him
jump in
to
the
play
beta?
this game, he won't.
You're not jumping in the beta, Demon?
I can't wait to see Afro Sinjin play it.
No, I'm not trying to deal with it. Motherfuckers have been trying to get me to do this since they heard about it, and they also, since there's a new Outlast shit supposed to be co-op, trying to get me to do that shit too. Fuck no. I can watch horror movies all day, be chilling. Don't drop me into this fight or flight scenario.
But wait, a new Outlast? I didn't see. I don't know how I missed that.
It's something Outlast. They're trying to get me to play with them, and that's not happening. Not unless you fucking pay me.
A horror game where you're equipped with nothing but a camera and the ability to run.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
once I found out that. Go ahead.
Wait, wasn't that the one where they take your microphone or whatever the fuck and they use that shit against you?
No, that was Alien Isolation.
Okay.
That's another one I ain't playing. Listen, I'm not, as much as I love games, I am not a horror game person. I am not playing. Like I thought about playing maybe Callisto Protocol or something like that, but I watched somebody play Alien Isolation, and I have never really been as I gotten older. I've never really been scared, or the Alien didn't scare me. Watching somebody play that, oh no. I ain't fucking with no Xenomorph. Y'all can have nope. I ain't even fucking with them in the game. Nope. I don't want none of it. I don't want nothing to do with none of it. Leave me right here.
I play games to feel like an overpowered badass. If you're gonna put me in some nightmarish, horrendous scenario where it's like I'm feeling like I'm playing a horror games at time, you might as well throw me in a Warhammer 40K. At least I can fight back and be a badass. At least I can fight back and die. Not run and fucking whine like a bitch the whole time playing it.
Man,
there's a fucking camera battery's low, lights just went out. There's a creepy little girl singing in the outside, and there's a nigga with no pants breathing down my neck. I don't feel fucking sick.
Hilarious. What's our last one?
I'll be damned. Also, fuck this shit too.
Oh.
The very first game I played as a child was Turok. And I was 3 or 4. This shit terrified me.
Wow. Well, also at the Game Awards, there was a big boost of nostalgia with the announcement of Turok, Onimusha, and Okami.
Yeah.
Of course, Mega Man is still never heard from again.
I mean, we'll see a Mega Man episode on Secret Level soon.
Yeah. Listen, you gotta remember, Secret Level also has an episode dedicated to Concord. So
Wait. Have you guys seen it yet? Have you seen any other episodes yet?
I've seen a good amount of them.
I was gonna say the what they did to Pac-Man. I don't know how to
I didn't
feel about
watch
that
Pac-Man
anymore.
yet. I didn't watch that one
Listen,
yet.
and then they got a game coming out
boss
with
was
it,
telling me
a
about
new
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man game too.
Oh, that's got to be interesting.
But fucking Mega Man's dead. It's game over. Mega Man went the way of Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Team Fortress 3. It went the same way.
People still play Team Fortress, man.
Listen, I will say about this. I'm glad to see they got. I'm glad to see they got Native Americans, or in this or whatever. They just they ain't try to whitewash it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Right.
So
don't worry, I'm pretty sure there's an avatar change.
Listen, they already. And I know we didn't get into it, but people are already upset about the new Naughty Dog game.
Really? Why? Because it's a woman.
And Witcher 4. And Witcher 4. I've seen people already saying I'm not playing
The Witcher.
I am not playing Witcher 4. I'm not playing a new Naughty Dog. You can't tell if that's a man or a woman or such and such. I'm like, bro, really?
What does it matter? Is it relevant?
I'm like, what?
I'm here.
Y'all,
I'm here for it because that is the bald-headed little Asian baddie out here giving all the exaggerated swagger of a black tea.
Who is it anyway? I feel like
it's the chick they're talking about in the Naughty Dog game. That's the chick from the chick from You. She was in Uncharted, and what else she was in? I think she was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch show.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, she
bad in real life. Tati Gabriella. Yeah, Tati Gabriella. Yeah, that's who's playing Jordan Munn in the new Naughty Dog game. She's Jordan Munn.
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't know.
She's half Korean and half African American.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's
why she looks
right there.
That's why she looks Asian. But yeah, yep.
And they upset over that.
Yep.
Well, I know. I already know they don't use lotion.
Listen,
because it sounds like some dry skin activity.
Listen, I knew folks was mad. They was like, "Oh man, she looks like." I said, "Bro, do y'all even know who that is before y'all just claim y'all not go play it? Do y'all even
just say you hate women and go? Jesus,
that's all it is. That's
like
all. That's
just say y'all hate women and go, bro. Because it's just irritating because they're like as soon as they see I guarantee you if they made them like walking talking vaginas, there probably would be zero outrage. Like if they made every female character literally just a vagina, like an actual 3D model of a vagina, there would probably be a lot less outrage. Nobody would bat a fucking eye.
Nah, they'd still be upset because they would want boobs and butts with a lot of jiggle physics.
Listen, that's the only reason Stellar Blade didn't get the outrage that it got because of.
Wait, why wasn't? Well, also the developer's wife came out and was like, "Niggas, this is based off of me." Like what? Get the fuck
Stella
out of
Yams,
here.
boy. Listen,
But
Stella
anyway,
Yams all day.
But anyway,
so in other words, he wasn't cool.
Right. I'm surprised that wasn't a part of the Game Award. Like, why wasn't that a nominee? Was it? Because I didn't see it. Like, I looked at the categories and I didn't see that in the list.
It got nominated for one thing, and it didn't win anything. So let me say this real quick. It's a conspiracy, but I'm it's a joke, but it's a conspiracy. But people were so outraged that Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree got nominated for Game of the Year,
and that's a DLC.
And Astro, but it was considered DLC. but they got nominated for Game of the Year, and people were so upset about that. They basically hit the rope-a-dope on y'all. They put that out there so they can give the Astro back. Like this was the move the entire time. Astrobot was the move the entire time. They pushed that out there to get, and they hit y'all with doggy dope.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
once
with
again,
that.
razzle dazzle.
I was gonna be irritated if a DLC won Game of the Year.
I don't see. That's a very plausible.
There would be companies suing for that though. That's why they wouldn't allow it to win. They let it in the category, and that was egregious enough. But them winning it, best believe all the game companies are suing.
But then you got Sony like, the fuck you mean? We just made a whole Mario game but changed the skin.
Basically. And the thing about it is, I don't think Shadow of the Earth Tree didn't win one award.
Yeah, they did. Best art direction?
Oh, art direction. Okay.
I think it was art direction. Hold on. I'm looking at NPR's website because they had all the categories and all the nominees.
Yeah. Because I don't think I
thought they won best art direction. Yeah.
Let me pull it up real quick. I was right there. I was looking at it earlier.
Fighting game. Get away from my food before I stab you.
Oh wow.
She's talking to a dog.
And notice how she walked away though. She said, "My life is not worth this." I'm surprised Black Myth didn't win more awards.
I agree.
No, it didn't win. What I'm seeing, I'm looking at NPR. I don't see.
It was nominated, but it didn't get any dubs.
It didn't win not one award.
Not one award. Fucking DLC. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, that would have been like Phantom Liberty. Like, CDPR submitting Phantom Liberty for Game of the Year.
Oof.
But the thing of it is, I don't really
DLC
mind.
Award?
I think it's best, like, usually I think it's best ongoing or something. I think what it can be
classified as usually is, yeah.
The thing of it is, if the
it's
DLC
not even in that category.
Yeah, if the DLC you're putting out is longer than some of the games and it's good as those games, if not better, I'm fine with it. Phantom Liberty, another one. That was basically a whole nother game. Shadow of the Earth Tree, basically a whole other game. Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, basically a whole other game. Like game. Those are those DLC, I think are okay to be considered. I don't think they should maybe not win, but depending on what's they're up against, but I think those can still be considered for a game of the year.
Because it's based on IP that already was released. No,
that's a secret.
No.
So that should
add on.
They should give them their own category for best DLC, because honestly, there are some really fucking fire DLCs that come out, and it definitely should be a whole category for them. But they shouldn't even be able to enter the category of game of the year, because again, Starfield could have did the same with Shattered Space, which wouldn't have made no fucking sense.
But was it as good though? Was it as good?
I don't know.
The thing of it is,
I haven't played
it.
I bought it, ask the question, and I still ain't played it.
Let me ask the question though: should that disqualify sequels? Because they're basically add-ons as well, but was just
whoa.
I'm just saying, if we're doing
it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Wait a minute. It's not the same thing, because
if they just made instead of Shadow of the Earth Tree being Shadow of the Earth Tree, if they would have put Elden Ring to Shadow of the Earth Tree, would it be more qualified then?
Yeah, because it would be a sequel.
It's a whole separate
it's the same
entity
thing.
of game. It's not the same thing.
Hold on. Here's the difference between
continuation of the
DLC.
Story.
Here's the difference between DLC and a new game.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man Miles Morales was literal DLC, but then they decided to put it out as its own entity. But everything in that world was still based off the premise of everything that happened in Spider-Man 1.
I agree. It was Spider-Man Miles Morales was not a full game.
But then you have Spider-Man 2, which was an entire full game with a story that intertwined between 2 protagonists in a landscape that was based on Spider-Man 2, because it starts off with a big effect on the landscape. Still the same island, but improved.
I get what you're saying. I was playing devil's advocate,
and are
but
different.
I know.
I get what you're saying.
But I feel you. And like, would you like? Could you technically, with that logic? Yeah, I follow that thought experiment for sure. But hell no, you gonna have companies ready to sue, because it's like the fuck. Y'all have rules for us. When they do it, it's fine. When we do it, it's a problem.
The thing is, I mean, I don't. I say you say companies gonna sue. What you gonna sue for? This is not like it's a it's not like this is a. This is put on by Jeff Keighley and his thing. Like it's not like a real big industry thing. I don't. You can't really sue.
It's like
you know what I'm saying?
No. It's like the Grammys.
But it's put on by Jeff
winning
Keighley.
Awards like that, it doesn't matter who's hosting, because at the end of the day, in the industry, it's respected. You get what I'm saying? And after a win, these companies can go back to whoever their publishers are, whoever their development team is, and these people can ask for more money. This is bartering power here we're talking about. So let's not forget that this is also business. It's business first. The only reason why the Game Awards is a thing at all is because they make money putting the fucking show on. It's not about, we care about the fans, we want to get the fans something. Fuck all that. That's Jeff Keighley himself.
That's what I'm saying. Sure. That's the Keighley's. That's why
but here's the thing though. But the money behind that is still a business, which means they still have to make a profit, because if they're not making any money at this Game Awards, the shit will cease to exist.
I think it's the fact of he's putting something on. He's giving a face. He's giving everybody like same thing with Summer Game Fest. You look, but there, not to mention there are other awards like you got the Dice Awards, you got the BAFTAs. It's other Game Awards out there. This is just the most notable. Now, granted, it is the most notable one that people look at because it's televised. Like, and once again, it's the big one, or whatever the case may be. But I don't think. I just don't think, like, bro, you can't sue. I don't think you can sue. But you know what? People will sue over anything. So you know what?
It depends on their contract. Like, all right, if Drake can sue like his own label.
Don't even bring that man.
So let's.
I knew
and I leave it there.
Was going.
And I leave it there. Okay, motherfucker sue for anything these days.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right, let's close the show.
Well, folks, first off, that was just amazing in general. But folks, you've heard a lot here tonight. Please hit the comment section. Let us know what you think. Of course, I always want to thank the Husky Kage for coming through. Always fun to have you. Queen Neek, you're always a delight. You really are.
You know I love you.
And of course, Demon, you're amazing. I appreciate you guys so much. And most importantly, can't do this here without you. We want to thank you guys for checking us out right here on YouTube. We hope you're subscribed, because people are watching. We need to make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon so you can be updated on anything and everything happening here at Amerime Media. And of course, next week it'll be another week, and there'll be more things to talk about. And we hope to see you there.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments how you feel about Rivals.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about the Game Awards? What are y'all thoughts on the winners?
But we'll see you next time. Take care. Be well.
Peace.